Okay, now I would like to tell you a bit about um, what happens when a person is living with ADHD and what happens on the emotional plane. So this is a big deal for children and the teenagers. Oftentimes, there's a lot of isolation that comes with ADHD, a lot of guilt and shame that they feel like things are working for others but not for them, or why are they dumb, why don't they understand, why don't they remember, why do they forget. So yeah, like when they are living with untreated ADHD, it's really difficult. There's a lot of low self-esteem that comes with it, and I speak from personal experience. um, and at the emotional level, there's the truth is a lot of people living with ADHD are hypersensitive in not just in the senses and the information, the environments, the people coming at you, but also in interactions and social settings. There's a hypersensitivity in general to what people are saying, what my mother is saying, what my father is saying or doing, what my siblings, how they are treating me, what they said. Sometimes there's a hyper focus on certain words, and there could be negative stories going on in the mind, and that's also a common manifestation of the ADHD, that the child or the teenager will be imagining a lot of things, a lot of possibilities, and usually there's negative thinking, imagining the worst. Oh, why did they say this word? Huh, they said no thank you. They didn't say no thank you. So they really have this hyper focus and meaning associated with it. And a lot of times when left on their own, their meaning is negative. They are starting to stress. So there's a lot of stress that untreated ADHD, people living with ADHD untreated, really face. A lot of stress from the mind, from those stories, from the hyper focus on something that the mom said, or something that the dad said, or the teacher said, that hurt their self esteem or created confusion. And usually there's also fear about asking, because they are already thinking, well, I'm going to hear no, or I'm going to be turned down, or there's already trauma that's been stored, as I shared earlier, in the body or in the mind, around what's going to happen when they take risks. So, or when they speak up, so there's a lot of stress usually, and a lot of assumptions that may be negative, and as I said, a lot of self esteem already. So you add to that all that thinking, a lot of emotions that can be created. Some kids living with ADHD can journal, uh, you know, 30 or 20 to 30 emotions a day, um, that they may be unaware of, even if they are not having these healthy um, tools like journaling, like feelings wheels are very helpful to ask them to identify what they are feeling, how they are feeling, and why they are feeling this way, where it's coming from. So that's been having a feelings journal has is a key tool for a lot of people living with ADHD, just to help download all those stuck and unprocessed emotions. And usually, the child or the teenager experiences a lot of clarity and freedom and their own agency in how to act differently, or what they are going to do, or what they need, when they are aware of the panoply of emotions that are happening in their internal world. So this is a very important aspect of the condition that has to be treated on a daily basis, and they have to be supported by their friends, by their parents, by their guides, to be able to discern that internal world of emotions, so that they don't have these uh, frequently observed blow-ups, emotional blow-ups or implosions. Some will just go and isolate and implode upon themselves, and the parents notice they are sad, or there's something going on, but they're not saying. And then there are others that just explode, you know, and the parents or the school or the teachers think that, oh, they are not well educated, they are causing problems, they are problem children, they are often termed problem kids, when really what's happening is they've lost control over the emotional world. They are not able to process their emotions and self-regulate the way that some of the other children or teenagers are able to. So treating this aspect of the condition with the emotional health, how to foster emotional intelligence, emotional health, these journaling routines, really taking this seriously, having feelings wheels, being able to teach them to identify again what they are feeling, how, when it started, what they need, and also mindfulness that when they get breaks during the day, to be able, even if it's 10 minutes, putting alarms for 10 minutes and just being silent. And there are some incredible meditations on body scan, right? Like being able to foster the body's intelligence. So these are all very important practices that I have found helpful for a lot of people living with ADHD, including myself and the people that I serve. And then I think I forgot the part about the attention and the recall. Again, having this sense of presence, so that that body intelligence, the emotional intelligence, in small doses every day, experience have a chance to experience focus. Um, for for kids and teenagers living with ADHD, it's very important to know there is a sense of beginning and end to whatever task is ahead of me, to whatever project, to whatever uh, you know assignment that's been given by the parents or the school or the family, that they know, okay, when is it going to start, when is it going to end, and to be as merciful as possible that it doesn't last too long. And when there are things that last long, to be able to help them break it down so they are able to see, okay, so for this, if you're asking me to clean my room, um, I will probably need, you know, from 9 a.m. to 12. But you know what? I am going to do it in, I will check in with you every 25 minutes. So that's something that really helps them. They know I just have 25 minutes. I only have to do this for 25 minutes right now. And when that's done, I will check in on my progress and then they get a break. So these are important techniques to help foster that sense of presence and focus and time and concentration. And then, yeah, also clear instructions. That's something that I found really important. Not too many words spoken or too many things. Just very clear instructions. Step one, step two, step three. That's a work that will challenge the parents and the teachers to really be very um, graceful in clarity and generous in offering clarity and precise instructions. That's how those children can be successful. Too many instructions or confusing, words, or too many words usually confuses them, and they are unable to follow through on the task. So these are just, different things that I have observed over the years. Of course, there's so much more to share, especially around how to foster these techniques in the classroom or in the school life as well. Um, and yeah, more will be coming your way. Thank you.